Thank you very much. So thanks everybody for showing up. Really appreciate it. Cognitive starts with a basic observation, and that is, if you look at broadcasting today, the industry exists in this bizarre total absence of real-time data about what's actually happening. Our company was set up to fix that, and as we did it, we found that the data we generate has implications for basically almost every aspect of the television business. The problem we set out to fix is the fact that smart TVs are blind, and by that what we mean is, when they display video and audio, they don't get any program data from a set-top box, so they don't know what they're displaying, and as a result, there's no way to intelligently associate the power of a smart TV with that live TV viewing session. We fixed that with an automatic content recognition system, or an ACR system. We use a fingerprinting technology that basically examines very small regions of the video image, frame by frame, generates math about that image, bundles up a bunch of samples, and sends it up to our cloud. We've separately run the same fingerprinting system on known content. So we might have a broadcast station in Atlanta where we're actually ingesting and indexing all the local broadcast stations in that market. So that then when we get a fingerprint from a TV in that market, we can say, hey, this is the ABC affiliate in Atlanta, and it's the nightly news, and we're 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the show. With that, we're able to notify the station and say, hey, TV number 6 over in Buckhead is currently displaying your news. What would you like to do? And they say, hey, I've got some really interesting applications for that TV at that moment. And so they are able to send HTML-enabled apps to the TV that are now synchronized with the live TV viewing experience. If you go over into our booth, you can see some examples of what local broadcast stations think that might mean for the future of television. As you widen out your thoughts, you say, well, okay, so now I have access to the live TV viewing experience in the moment, right in front of the consumer. What can you do? Well, you can work with advertisers to create response paths. The local pizza store can sell pizzas. The local car dealership can schedule test drives. You also have ways to boost the engagement with the audience, right? So I love an example we have in our demo of, it's an image of the Archbishop's mansion. And there's a little poll question that says, should the Archbishop live in a 6,000 square foot mansion? What do you think? And, you know, the public loves that. They want to participate. Of course, the voting might be a bit skewed by the way the question is framed, but they are engaged, and they care a little bit more about the nightly news when they see the results. You can also do sponsored content, and actually I think the iconic example of this might be a voting app where, you know, AT&T or some other company might want to be the voting sponsor of a Vote 'em Off the Island app or a Vote for Your Favorite Singer app, this kind of thing. And there's also, you know, for that portion of your audience that's involved in social media, there's lots of ways to engage the audience and bring them into a dialogue around your show. So a little bit about us. We launched publicly with LG in 2013. We've been scaling our business for the last year. We now have about 150 channels that we're ingesting. That's mostly national networks. We're just now going about the business of starting to ingest local stations in various markets. Over the course of the next 2 years, we expect to actually ingest all local stations in all local markets across the United States. We're launching with a second OEM. It's not quite public who that is yet, but it's giving us 50% market share of smart TV shipping in the United States. To put that in some perspective, our base of TVs represents about 10 million televisions by the end of this year or early next year. The aggregate market is probably 100 million televisions with this capability in 2018. We have live deployments with Showtime. They've got 18 seasons of content. They're running interactive applications on all those shows. We have a program with Pearl that we announced. 9 local broadcast stations are running a pilot in 3 markets in the United States with many of the sponsors of SPROCKIT. You know, we're just gradually building out our business and looking forward to changing the television industry.